Russia blocks 50 VPNs and anonymizers in Telegram crackdown, Viber next. Russian telecoms watchdog Roskomnadzor says it's blocked at least 50 VPN and anonymization services as part of its Telegram crackdown. Alongside a suggestion that more blockades are in the pipeline, it's feared that Viber could be next. Meanwhile, rumors are circulating that Roskomnadzor's chief has stepped down following the carpet bombing of millions of IP addresses last month. Is the secret to significantly longer life hidden in our cells? Once upon a time, a powerful Sumerian king named Gilgamesh went on a quest, as such characters often do in these stories of myth and legend. Gilgamesh had witnessed the death of his best friend, Enkidu, and, fearing a similar fate, went in search of immortality. The great king failed to find the secret of tech conferences are relocating from the USA to Canada to attract attendees and speakers who don't want to come to Trump's America. One of the USA's sources of soft power in the world is as a convener and crossroads for academics, business people, professionals, and other members of international communities that gather every year or two in huge global conferences and trade shows, often choosing the USA for their event site. More. Delivering VR and perfect focus with nanostructure meta lenses. If wearing a virtual reality or augmented reality headset is ever to become commonplace, hardware manufacturers will need to figure out how to make the devices small and lightweight while ensuring their images are sharp and clear. Unfortunately, this task faces a key limitation in optics. Conventional lenses are curved glass objects that focus different. Top Republican Senate candidate wants Jews removed from America. Republican Patrick Little doesn't stand much of a chance in California's Senate race this fall. He's up against Senator Dianne Feinstein DeCalif, and his own party denounced him. Nonetheless, as the state's top polling Republican candidate, his hatred for the Jews says much about the GOP's future. In an interview with Newsweek on Monday, Little reportedly said he admired Adolf Hitler and said that, if he were more religious, he would view Hitler as his second coming of Christ. Little also denied that millions of Jews were killed in the Holocaust. Little topped other Republican candidates in a poll released late last month, with 18% support of the vote. Feinstein received 39%, coming in first in the poll. Note, this is a different Republican Nazi candidate to the one in Illinois. Learn front-end development with JavaScript. If you have aspirations of making it as a web developer, you're likely going to need to master JavaScript. A browser language that supports object-oriented, imperative, and functional programming styles. JavaScript is the tool in a coder's toolbox that lets them display dynamic information on a web page, like interactive maps, content updates, animations, and the like. You can learn the ins and outs of working with this language and a host of its tools with the 2018 Essential JavaScript Coding Bundle, available for $29. Featuring more than 29 hours of training and a plethora of learning resources, this 10-part collection is designed to walk you through the fundamentals of using JavaScript and leveraging some of its core tools, like Angular 2 and Bootstrap. You'll dive into responsive web development as you use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to customize sites, and you'll expand your knowledge further as you learn how to architect large-scale and maintainable software using Angular 2. The 2018 Essential JavaScript Coding Bundle is on sale in the Boing Boing store for $29. 3 Artificial Pancreases, a special trio of catalog of missing devices entries. EFF has just published an update to its catalog of missing devices, a catalog of things that don't exist thanks to the chilling effects of Section 1201 of the DMCA, a trio of ads for future artificial pancreas firmwares that illustrate the way that control over devices can magnify or correct power imbalances. More. This week's awesome stories from around the web through April 28th. Cryptocurrency Let's Destroy Bitcoin. Morgan Peck MIT Technology Review. One can copy an individual Bitcoin, but anyone can copy the idea of Bitcoin. So how might a government, or a corporation, or even ordinary people, go about doing so in a way that makes Bitcoin useless or redundant? Here are a few scenarios. How to use a Japanese Purikura machine. Purikura means printing club in Japanese. It's basically a place for teens and kids to take their pictures in photo booths, filter them, and print them out as stickers. I took my daughters to the Purikura shown here on Takashita Street, and we really didn't know what we were doing, because the touchscreens were in Japanese and loaded with options. I also noticed signs that said "No men allowed." The guy working there noticed that I was looking at the sign and he said, "Family okay," and gave me the OK sign with his hand. This video explains how to use a Purikura machine. It still confuses me. Speaker Ryan urges Americans to vote GOP because Dems will waste time fighting corruption. I guess outgoing Speaker of the House Paul Ryan has given up on weekly trying to hide things from people and has just got to support this channel. Head over to Steam and buy a copy of GridCrack VR, where you can dive right into the living internet and save the grid from megacorps, criminals and governments who have put a crack in our precious shared digital experience. Learn more at gridcrack.com.